but I don't really know what I should say or do. And yet I am recording. I want to try something a little different with this. And different usually means that I don't know where to start. You ever feel like that? Ever feel like, where do I start?
No, I'm telling the truth. You're very easy to read. You're not a very you're somebody that a lot of people meet. Like you're the guy who's very full of yourself, very egotistical, and then you will generally get away with whatever you kind of want. But when you don't, then you have a hissy fit, and you cry, and then you go on a tirade talking about it.
He didn't come at you in a malicious way, in my opinion. It wasn't malicious at all.
I agree.
Whatsoever.
Thank you.
So it really trips me out. You're 37. And you lied about it. Meanwhile, I'm sitting over here 30 years old thinking I'm the oldest thing that been ever done walked. Call me Grandma Pearl. What?
Dennis, I know you, especially when you see somebody in their rawest form, their most emotional form. You get to really know who they are.
Bingo.
I know you. You're not complex, Dennis. Okay? You're a walking red flag.
I'm a walking red flag?
Yeah.
Fill the room with the juice. That's a lot of loot. That bit fire. Yeah, she kinda.
Welcome back to the channel. If you're brand new here, my name is Pearl. And if you're not brand new here, listen, this comment had me screaming because honestly, you're so freaking right. And it kind of reminds me of when I was doing my big deep dive on Shane Dawson. If you guys have been here for a while, you already know, you've seen the videos. And it just kept going. It just kept going. It was just more and more and more information, more videos, more reactions. It just kept going. So honestly, we're an hour in right now, you guys. I want you to press 1, okay? Press 1 if you want me to do every single part to this 2-hour freaking video. Let me know. If we get more than like 15 ones in the comment, well, we're just gonna go ahead and keep going because we're an hour in. Like, think about that. And before we get to starting this, the way y'all had me screaming in the comments when I was checking the comments, listen, I had no idea that Def was 37. I had no, there was nothing in me that was, oh, he's probably a different age. Absolutely nothing in me was thinking that. Like, zero, zilch, nothing. Like, it just makes so much sense now. Like, doesn't it make so much sense? It's like, oh, well, that's why you cared so much about politics. And that's why you're coming for Keemstar like this. And that's why you're talking to people on Twitter and not even, like, understanding, like, not everybody needs to be spoken to. You know what I mean? Like, there's some people that they just understand the internet age. Like, you're gonna have haters, you're gonna have people that are like saying things to you. It's not something you have to entertain every single time. You know what I mean? But yet Dennis is very much like, ugh. So it makes sense. It's like, I think about like my dad trying to figure out TikTok. It's like, he's like, what is it for? What do we do on it? Just go scroll, have some fun. You know what I mean? Like, because at the end of the day, there's really no point of trying to explain it to you because you're not going to understand and it's just not your generation. You know what I mean? So anyways, let's hop in here. Please and thank you.
We're talking about please and thank you.
Because I am literally on my lunch break right now, so yeah, we're gonna have to do this pretty quickly. But let's go ahead and get it started. I'm kind of scared because again, we're at a very pivotal. Is it pivotal? Pinnacle. Child, I can't even think of the word. Anyways, go grab a dictionary and you let me know. Moment in this video. Very much. It's crazy. So I will be putting a mask on, and it is the acne and blemish control mask. And if you're wondering, what do you mean, girl? You don't have no acne. I don't really see nothing. Listen, monkeypox is alive and well, all right? If you see one pimple on my face, that is enough for you to think I have monkeypox. And we're not doing that over here. Absolutely not. I'm taking these pimples very freaking seriously. Anyways, speaking of pimples, let's get this started. Dennis, go ahead. Let's pop it. Go ahead and pop it.
Insulting thing, and now you're pretending like anything you're saying is an honest framing while desperately trying to talking about how you are still doubling down on joking about.
He's doubling down, and we all know why. That's the sad part. We all know why.
My wife's violent rape that led her to bleed for a week. That's what was happening because you are desperate to not. You're saying I'm piggybacking on this trauma, Dennis.
Pause. Okay, so y'all definitely know that I've already seen this. I did not hear that like when I watched it by myself. I did not hear that. She bled for a week? Hey. Oh my gosh. That's actually really sad.
this. It's insane that you're saying I'm piggybacking. Dennis, I am recalling an experience of my wife sitting down in the car. The first moment where she really opened up to me, talking about how she was violently raped. How much it upset me because I handled it the wrong way, because I got so angry I made it about me and about her asking if I'm okay. It shattered me as an individual, Dennis. This is what I'm talking about, right? And then asking if she thinks that it was really rape. This is the fucking situation. And you're saying I'm piggybacking a trauma. Dennis, this is horrible. No, this is why I didn't want to have you guys fielding this situation.
Right, shut up.
Because I know that you no,
Nah,
stop.
shut up.
You no, see this is
Victim Olympics.
no, this isn't victim. This is geez.
That's what's really crazy. How you gonna say victim Olympics when the wife ain't even on the call? The wife ain't even on the call. So what are you talking about? He is an extension of it. Jesus.
Jesus Christ, Nick, you need to stop.
Yeah,
I understand
shut
in the
up.
commentary sphere, you guys have different types of conversations. This is a big conversation. Like I'm 32. I know. Let me. No.
I'm 32.
I'm not, no, because I know the way that you guys are framing it. Oh,
I'm
damn, Papa,
37.
you're not owning him because you're expressing a real trauma. Dennis is trying to make the assertion that I'm piggybacking a trauma while desperately avoiding the situation. And you guys are running defense because this is how you talk. That's fine. I'm trying to have a very real conversation here with a lot of stakes. It's okay if you think less of me because I'm expressing this. I'm okay with that. But this is why I didn't want to get pulled into a Twitter space with hundreds of people on it, because I knew.
And that's me right there. It's okay if you think less of me, baby. It's okay if you think less of me, because let me tell you something. I'm going to be one of them people on my deathbed that absolutely did everything that they needed to do and when they needed to do it. And that's on period, with or without you.
We were going to play a game where everybody was going to want to get their 2 cents in. But this is distracting from the conversation.
It is.
If you think that I'm going to, if you think.
My argument with him that was more productive than the conversation you're having right now.
You mean the what? With the one when I wasn't here? If you guys would like to go back to talk about that, that's totally fine. This is supposed to be a conversation between me and Def. And again, the fielding of everybody else in here weighing that they're putting their 2 cents in is completely unproductive. And this is why I didn't want to do it in this style, but this seems to be the only way that it's going to happen. So you guys need to stop weighing in. It's okay that you have your opinions. Totally fine.
Right.
But again, it's distracting from the core argument. I went off and I was talking about the situation. This is an oppression Olympics. I know maybe like some of you guys, and you probably don't, but maybe you know people who are trying to do this to be disingenuous.
Right.
I hate bringing up this point. It's an embarrassing point that I bring up. The fact that I have to keep reliving my wife's trauma, like showing it on the internet. She's not happy about this.
Right.
She's sitting here listening to. Do you think that?
And let's really talk about that for a second, because I think a lot of people don't even realize how hard it is to be with somebody who is in the public eye, because and I don't want to say they have to have a mask on, but at some point, like, you're going to see a side of them that's not on camera, right? You're just not going to see that. And so at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who the YouTuber is that you think that you know so well. You don't live with them. You don't see their struggle, what they go through every single day. And to even have a partner that would be okay sharing this on a public platform and staying with that person, knowing there's not really any gain to who they are as an individual, is traumatizing. I mean, but when you love someone, you love someone, so.
That we're like jerking off, like, oh my God, I can't wait to talk about this thing that's so sensitive and private. No, but the reality is that this is the center point of it. And Dennis is desperately trying to double down on making a joke about my wife being raped. And I just don't really understand, or at the very least, excuse me, let me frame that properly. Doubling down on my emotional reaction to like relaying that experience. And that's what this comes down to. So let Dennis speak. This is not going to be productive if you guys keep butting in.
Right.
All right, I agree with you. Let Dennis speak.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So there's a lot that just got said. Like, I don't even know where to begin.
Begin with my wife's rape.
There you go.
Yeah. First off, I mean, I please tell me where I joked about.
You had said that I'm piggybacking on her trauma, and then you like
So
you were.
tell me how that.
Sure. So again, you're belittling the situation by suggesting that I'm piggybacking on it.
How
Oh my God.
observation. It's an observation. How is it a joke?
Because you
Call
keep
it a
showing.
joke.
Because you keep showing my face crying, Dennis. That's the joke, right?
How is it? No, that's you. I'm not.
So
I'm not,
you
I
weren't
didn't-
joking by showing that face and making a T-shirt out of it?
No, I didn't. I didn't show your wife. I didn't mention your wife.
You shouldn't.
He didn't say that. If you don't... Somebody started GoFundMe for hearing aids immediately.
My
Talk about her.
response.
I showed your face.
Yeah.
I showed your face. And by the way, I didn't even watch the clip long enough to know that that's what you talked about.
And that is your issue right there. Thank you for letting everybody know that you do not even care to even figure out what's going on with somebody before you just immediately are ready to go do something that is ridiculous and dumb. Like, the fact that you even admitted that really just shows who you are. It really just shows your character. It really, really does. Because think about that. At the end of the day, you are sitting here as somebody who has so much influence, has literally a platform that is massive, and you can't even take the time to watch somebody else's video before attacking them. Like, do you not even get that? Like, do you not even understand that? Like,
I watched the part where you said, "This isn't a joke, Dennis," and then you go and you start crying, and then I have to get back to work.
I didn't start crying
yeah,
until I
get back to
finished
work.
talking about my wife being raped.
Work
So I don't
is
really
so
know what you're talking
important.
about. If you watch that, you know what
That
it's
was the
about.
clip
That's just
I
a self-report.
That's the clip somebody sent me, and I've already explained it here earlier, like 4 hours
Well, now that
ago.
you know the context, do you think that maybe it was an insensitive that you'd be like, you know what, Papa God, I didn't know that that's what it was about, and now that I do, I'm gonna retract that. It was kind of shitty, even if it
Right.
was just a joke. That's all you have to say. Like,
You know
yeah.
That's
what?
all you have to
I
say.
took the t-shirts down. I talked to some of your fans earlier. Like,
So-
I recognize the lines. The lines are in different places for different people.
So what you're saying is, do you apologize for the joke? Do you apologize for making a satirical display of me for that, or are you doubling down?
Like, I'm trying to understand what it is.
and right there, that pause was too long. That pause was too long. Any human would have been like, you're right. Sometimes you gotta eat crow. Sometimes you gotta eat the frog, baby. And if you don't know that term, you clearly aren't in sales. But sometimes you just gotta do that. So do that. Like, I don't understand. This is actually really frustrating.
Because you've made several accusations.
Yeah, we can talk about that right after you answer this very simple question. Do you apologize for it, or are you doubling down? You can certainly double down. Just say that. Just say it. You double down, apologize. Two options.
Can I want to be able to conclude a thought because it's not.
Yeah, but you're trying to walk off of the primary situation because you know that if you give a genuine answer, you're going to look stupid. So
Right.
just answer the question, move on to anything you want to talk about, but stop trying to pivot away from the initial conversation.
Can I get a word in?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. So, you said I was joking about your wife's rape. I explained exactly. In fact, for people who have been hearing this for the 4 or 5 hours that I've been on, you know that I said this like 3 hours ago. That I said this exact same thing. So you know I'm coming from an authentic place. This is
Shut! Let me be quiet.
exactly what happened because I didn't even know the full context of this until you just told me right now. So I'm just literally repeating what I said 3 hours ago. I was sent this clip.
The
I
3 hours
watched
ago
it
where
for
he
like
wasn't
15
even there.
seconds in my office, and I got a screenshot, and I have to go back to work. So here's the thing: I wasn't making fun of your wife's, sexual assault. That was not the intention at all with any of that. In fact, your fans asked me to take down the shirt. I took down the shirt. I took down a few of the other posts. At the end of the day, if you're feeling personally, I can't speak for your significant other, but if you're feeling hurt by these jokes, I'm more than happy to talk to you about them. Okay? And I'm more than happy to understand.
I'm more than happy to talk to you about them, but I am not going to publicly apologize to you in front of everybody, including my 50 backup mediators. That's what you just said. That's what you just said without having to say it. Disappointing. Literally. Like, send this to Dennis. I want to hear your I want to hear your rebuttal, because literally, how do you not see what we are all seeing? And then on top of that, there are people who are wanting to just grab your eye, open it wide for you to see. Do you know that so many people don't even get that benefit? So many people don't even get that benefit. They just are cut off, gone, done, removed from the platform.
Understand everything that's going on. At the end of the day, if it really hurt you and it hurt your feelings that I joked about you looking like a pedophile, then I apologize. I am sorry.
That sounded very genuine, Bennett.
Thank you for saying that sarcastically. I don't understand why you think it's about his feelings and if he was hurt by it. It's bigger than that. And that's what's so mind-boggling that you don't see it. It's so mind-boggling that you do not see that. I just... We live in a very sad world, y'all.
Yes, thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you so much. Yes, I appreciate that. But can we quickly? I just wanted to be like very concise here. Or are you still going? Go ahead.
Finish my point. I just want to finish my point real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Now, you should know that we are on the internet, and as entertainers, people are going to say a lot of shit.
Okay.
In fact, I've done a lot of different shows and things, and I've had people in different shows call me crazy things, and it just maybe a thought for the future, because people, the more you grow, the more shit people are going to say about you. But, maybe prepare yourself as you grow to hear some of these other things from other people, because not everyone is going to reach out and
Insane. Do you know right now, Papa Gut has a video that I think is over 400,000 views, almost at 500,000 views. Can you guys go through Dennis's videos and see if you can find one that's at that level of views? Because honestly, I don't care. I don't care about your number of subscribers, fam. I don't. You know what I care about? I care about loyal freaking viewers. I care about people who are going to see me go through mistakes and change. Period. That is who you should care about. You shouldn't even care about all this extra stuff. As the more you grow, people are going to come. Shut up, man. You're literally making me do multiple freaking accents just to come off in a different way. I don't even understand what I'm doing. I'm just that annoyed. I'm that annoyed.
try to have a conversation with you about it the way that I'm doing. And a lot of people.
Well, you didn't reach out. I came into here, but
double
okay.
down. Huh?
Continue.
Yeah.
The only reason you're having this conversation is because you realized that like this was a really bad look for you. Like you would have never done this if people were agreeing
How
with
do
you.
you know?
Because
I mean,
it's a very reasonable assumption considering you doubled down for the past week. But continue your point. Like this isn't an appeal to emotion, but like you would have never done this if it wasn't for you getting completely plastered for the past week. Like you don't actually care. Same thing as last time. You didn't talk to me until you felt like you had to. So continue your point.
Dude, you're like the fact you're like jumping to conclusions and like putting words in my mouth is like the weirdest thing.
I'm just holding you accountable for your shitty actions.
How are you holding me accountable? You're literally making stuff up. And you're
I'm telling the truth. You're very easy to read. You're not a very like you're somebody that like a lot of people meet. Like you're the guy who's very full of yourself, very egotistical, and then you will generally get away with whatever you kind of want. But like when you don't, then you have a hissy fit, you cry, and then you go on a tirade talking.
I hate those kind of people.
Tell me, have you ever met me in person?
Don't need to.
No, I don't think that I need to. This is the age of the internet, so I don't think I need to be a person to know you personally. Even if this is just an act that you're putting on the internet, it's very transparent.
There we go.
So you're telling me that when you watch a movie, you think that Tommy
I don't have
Lee
conversations with Tommy Lee Jones. I've had conversations with you multiple times before. It's not the same thing. It's a disingenuous point. I've already blasted your point. Finish it, but it's a dumb point.
So you're telling me that when you watch a movie,
this isn't a movie, Dennis. We've talked before. This isn't.
It's crazy how he says like, so you're telling me, and then what? 5 minutes ago he was saying, oh, you're putting words in my mouth. Are you not doing that right here? Are you not? Are you not doing that? So you're telling me he's no. Y'all.
In a movie, you don't need to finish a point. It's a garbage point. You look like an idiot. Dennis, we are talking now. We've talked before. I see you live interacting constantly in the way that we interact with each other. You're not Tommy Lee Jones. You're not Stephen Colbert. You're Dennis. And we talk together, and I see how you interact with different situations in the real world. And I know you as a person because you're an easy read. You're not a complex individual.
There we go.
Can I get like a
Yeah, get your point out so I can say the same thing again. You've never met Tommy Lee Jones. You just watch TV about him. It's a good point.
Okay, can I?
Go ahead.
You just said I could talk and then you interrupted me. You're gonna let me talk?
Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So here's the thing.
It's none of your
Thank
business,
God.
man.
Didn't we all need a break? Just a breather, just a second. You know what I mean? Just one.
Okay. You're basing all of your assumptions on who I am as a person.
Yes.
On the sliver that I show on the internet. I upload 8 to 10 minute videos on the internet. I do a live stream 3 days out of the week. That's 2 hours. There are 24 hours in a day. You literally get to see minutes of who I am in what I do.
Can we not say the same thing about Keemstar? Can we not say the same thing about Keemstar? Couldn't Keemstar say that exact same sentence? Pretty sure he could. Easily, actually. Let's be honest. I mean, not necessarily in the, time frame of 8 to 10 minutes, but like I said earlier in this video, you're not really gonna know anybody you see on these screens. You're really not. But what you will be able to see and pick up on is on situations like this that show who you are. Hello? Do we need to ring a doorbell, knock on the door? Do we need to get a SWAT team? What's going on?
And you're basing an entire assumption
Hello?
of who I am on this microcosm that I present on the internet. So, I mean, with that being said, do you feel like you just, for yourself, everything encompasses everything that you, like, the way that you present yourself, I don't know anymore.
If you watch my content, this is for the most part the way that I interact. If someone said, Papa God, I know you because I watch your content, I'd say, you're right.
You're essentially saying I'm like a bad person based on
Yes.
that you don't even watch.
Based on a 2-hour-long conversation plus this interaction where you have an unhinged meltdown and decide to call me like a pedophile constantly because you can't cope with the fact that your career's dying. Like, yes, Dennis, I know you, especially when you see somebody in their rawest form, their most emotional form. You get to really know who they are.
Bingo.
I know you. You're not complex, Dennis. Okay? You're a walking red flag.
I'm a walking red flag.
Yeah.
And you do this for everybody across the board. You see them and you immediately judge them based on
I've been interacting with you for a while. We had a whole 2-hour
Immediately judge them? Huh? There was literally a video that Papa Gut reacted to. I think it was a Frenemies Reloaded video. I was in that video. It was like a short little clip of me talking and Frenemies Reloaded saying like, oh, go to Pearl Swirl's channel. I love her content, something like that. That could have been a moment where he could have easily said something. Because who am I?
I watched a video by Pearl Swirl, who did a reaction to the first video where Def Noodles went ham on Papa Gut.
But what I'm saying is there's a feeling that I get with Def Noodles that is just weird. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's like, I wish I could put my finger on it. I don't know what it is. But something about that channel, it just, Def really came for Papa, like, he came for him in a way that was like,
hey, maybe he came for me because he's attracted to me. You know what I'm saying, dude? I wouldn't blame him then, dude. I'm an attractive guy. I'm sorry though. I'm an incel, so I can't have sex with you. Yeah.
Wait a minute, like, did you watch the video?
Oh wait, no,
I'm
involuntarily. Fuck, that means I could if I wanted to, but I'll never get the opportunity. Whatever. Not all jokes work out, brothers.
Even hear what he said. He didn't come at you in a malicious way, in my opinion. It wasn't malicious at all.
I agree. Thank you.
Whatsoever. So it really trips me out when he came at him. Like, it just really, honestly, let's rewatch that. Let's rewatch that.
I'll link her at the bottom. Because it was funny for me to see people who were used to seeing Def Noodles behind a desk and highly produced. And when they saw him in his raw, natural element, everybody was like, what is going on here? It was that much of a mess. So seeing people's reactions to Def Noodle in his natural essence was hilarious to me, because I've seen a couple of his videos on his lesser known channels where he is like an awkward kind of guy.
Wait, is Def like really like a kind of an awkward dude?
He didn't say anything. He didn't judge me. He kept it pushing. So what are you talking about? The thing is I don't think people realize like the consequences of their actions half of the time. I literally think that's what it is, because what are you actually trying to convey here?
Conversation. I've talked to some people in here. I know them pretty well. They know me. If Nicholas Diorio said, Papa Gut, I think this about you, there's a good chance he has a reason for it. Probably because he watches my content and he's interacted with me before. So I can make the same about you. The difference is, Dennis, is that you're an easy read.
So here's my thought on this, right? My first impression of you was that you weren't very charitable towards me, that you just...
And here's my thing. Why does he have to be? Why does he have to be? Why does he have to be charitable to you? Why does anyone have to be charitable to anyone, to be honest? I'll wait.
Literally hid parts of what I had done in the video.
Sure, Dennis. Why are we getting so off topic about, like, why don't you want to just talk about the topic? Because we've gone back to this, and Dennis, I was like, Dennis, I'd really like to push you. I'd really like to push you on this whole thing where you were joking about, right? I want to talk about that. You keep going back to this. I don't really care, mostly because, like, we were really on this point, and you've done it about 3 times now, and I'm looking for a very simple answer. I got very upset and emotional because I was recalling my interaction with my wife, expressing to me her horrific trauma, which kind of fucked me up a little bit. I wouldn't say I'm traumatized. I had a genuine response. You took a picture of me saying that, made it shirts, whatever. Now that I explained the full context, let's say you didn't know the full context.
And let's talk about that real quick. So you really are trying to make money off of somebody's pain, aka trauma, but I don't want to say that because then he's really not gonna like that one. And you don't see the issue in that? You don't see the issue in that. I could literally create merch that says Def Noodles, #hearing aids. Why wouldn't I be able to do that? I could do that, right? This is where we differ. I would never need to. I would never care. I would never have the need to put anyone down in the aspect of a hate train and to make money off of it. Are you insane?
Totally fine. Now that I've explained it, would you say, you know what, Papa Gut, I probably shouldn't have done that. My bad. That's all I need. Yeah, you know what, that was kind of shitty. That's okay. All you have to say is that, and I would say, Dennis, I understand because I've been there too. We all make mistakes.
We all
That's
make
all you have to
mistakes.
say.
Just please, for a second, let me talk. Like, you don't let me finish any of my points.
I let you finish all of your points. You just don't like them pushing you really hard.
No, that's
Yes,
not
Dennis, last time we talked, you steamrolled me. You had 80% of the conversation.
I respond, Nick, please.
Nick, please, somebody else. I can't defend.
Nick, please, somebody talk. Oh my God, it's so pathetic. It's so pathetic. We're gonna stop at a high note. We're stopping at a high note. We're stopping at a damn high note. I'll see y'all in part 6 if we get 15 press ones. If you want to see this entire buffoonery all the way to its end, please press 1. I love you guys so much. If you made it all the way to the end and you're brand new, welcome home. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe. I need you to have a key to get back into the house, okay? Go ahead, don't forget. And I'll see you on the next one. I'm gonna go wash my face and get back to my corporate baddie job because listen, we're not dumb over here. We're not uneducated over here. Okay? Because damn, y'all, like the way these YouTubers, sheesh, literally sheesh. And to think this man had the cat ears, was acting so young. Like, I remember there was a time I looked up to Dennis a little bit. I was like, dang, he's doing so well as a young YouTuber. Like, how do I do that? How do I become that? Like, what do I need to do? You're 37 and you lied about it. Meanwhile, I'm sitting over here 30 years old thinking I'm the oldest thing that been ever done walked. Call me Grandma Pearl. What? I can't even imagine. I don't know. People that lie about their age, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It's just something that it never correlates to me at all whatsoever. I'll see y'all on my next one. Okay, bye. Because what the hell was that? And the fact that this keeps going for another hour, are y'all ready? I can't. Press 1. Press the freaking 1 because I can't.
In the lot, 12 for a squat, busting all the bells out the box, hit the lick with the